here you are you're sitting in year three, but really it's year two because last year was when you got an opportunity to get unleashed. You had the season that you had. What do you know right now that you didn't know at the beginning of last year?
I mean, for starters, I love that unleashed right there. You feel me? I love that. You got to weigh words, man. And I mean, that's the best way to put it. Just being able to have my year two, year one ish type of vibe that you just explained going into this year is more so about making sure you prepare enough to not be surprised. And that's what I kind of realized going into this year versus last year is that this game it evolves in different ways. Some things are always going to be the same, but when you have guys that you're going up against, Patrick Mahomes, for instance, they're always going to find ways to improve their game. And for me, it's not about being comfortable and looking at last season as, okay, that was good. It's about looking at last season like I need to be better, and always and forever improving.
So you talk about a Patrick Mahomes, and any linebacker that's going up against Mahomes realizes there's a lot of things going on here, including a little bit of a mental game, and there's also the idea that something could happen completely off script. How do you prepare for something like that?
We call that the play within the play or the second play. That's something that we talk about a lot and very often with guys like Mahomes. And just I want to say the best thing about that is that we also have a guy in Justin Herbert who is known for making unconventional plays. And so being able to have just OTAs, training camp situations going against an all-star of a guy like that at our QB, that is where we lean into in our preparation to prepare us for guys of the Mahomes. And, just we have a QB of high caliber. So we're prepared for QBs of high caliber. And we all treat them individually different, obviously. But I think right there is where you just kind of look at practice and how would you approach, each guy from there.
You played, and people didn't know it, a big part of the year last year with a torn labrum. What was that like?
It hurt. It's got to hurt. It wasn't the best feeling, but I will say what felt better is being out there with my teammates and getting the task done. Those wins felt so much better knowing that I was able to conquer a injury, and then the losses hurt just that much more because it's like you feel me. You want to be better. You always want to just improve, and so just being able to get that done was amazing to accomplish. But I can't help but like just thank my training staff. It was not an individual effort at all. I was on it every day, tasked with, making sure I'm rehabbing and as much work as I put in on that field, I have to put in the training room and like I got one heck of a staff over here.
How much of what was going on during that period of time was, you know what, I've got my opportunity now, and I don't care whether this hurts or not. You're not taking it away from me.
I mean, right on the nose. You know me. You understand. You've only watched me for one season, I assume, but you know me, man. That was literally the driving factor, I would say. That was probably my number one motive was I can't let this opportunity slip. Uh Shoulder, no shoulder, hand, no hand, it doesn't matter. Is I have an opportunity to go out there and put my best on that field. And then it's also the understanding of the body. It's like am I capable of putting my best work or what I deem my best work as of now on that field? I thought so, and so I went out there and I did that. I would hate to have been out there and holding my team back. It's a little balance of being motivated and not being selfish. Don't put an injured player out there and he can't give him full effort. I would hate that to be me.
So you ended up getting the surgery. It's cleaned up, and I got to imagine, in a lot of ways, despite the fact that you have to go through a surgery and rehab and everything else after that, it's got to be a relief going out there knowing that that's not an issue anymore.
Not worried about it. Just focus on the plays. Just out there practicing. Obviously, doctors and trainers, they always talk about a percentage this and a percentage that, but I wasn't worried about a percentage last season when it was out of place, and I'm not worried about it now that we're back into where we were. You know what I'm saying? So the focus is playing football, practicing, preparing, and making the plays I'm supposed to make and helping my team make the plays they're supposed to make.
I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to give you a little salute because you're a captain now.
Oh,
And that's an amazing honor for somebody who is as young a guy as you are. What do you
yeah.
take with that? What do you do with that when your teammates tell you, yeah, you're one of the guys who's leading us?
First of all, it's a blessing. It's appreciated and not taken for granted. I think that's the one thing that has to be noted that you can't take these type of things for granted. One, you have belief from your teammates, belief from your coaches, and it's a vote. It was a true vote. a whole bunch of guys on the paper, and they chose me to be one of the captains. And I just told them because I got to speak to them after and was like, a lot of people get in this position and they feel like they need to be heard more. I'm already a talker. I feel like it's a situation for me where it's like I need to be seen doing the right things and prove why I was chosen. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the guy that's louder now or walking around like, hey, laptop's down right now. You know what I'm saying? I want to be the guy where I'm on the field first, working, getting the job done, attention to details, and pass that down rather than being heard.
When we talked last year, you had gotten acclimated to what Coach Harbaugh was, and I haven't run across a lot of his players that don't have a real. It's like a feel for what he is and for the level of enthusiasm that he brings to the job. Now that you're with him 1 year in, what more do you understand about who he is and about how he coaches?
I will say one thing that I understand about Coach. I mean, you understand it right off the bat, but you just get the more serious, in-depth details about it. Is that he just loves winning. He loves football and he loves winning. It's kind of hard sometimes trying to figure out which one he wants more. You know what I'm saying? He tries to stay even kill, but he sucks at being even kill. That guy, when he gets to win, he wants to embrace it. He'll come back down, obviously, and get back to where we need to be to move forward. Obviously, he's not immature. He knows what he's doing. He's a great coach. But it's just like when we get those wins, it makes us want more. He loves this game. And it's just, we always go back to the fact that he played it. One of those guys who was on the football field. So he gets to tell us stories about his time in the NFL. And we take those with us. And it just helps you care more. He wants everyone to care as much as he care. And you can't help but to.
I saw a piece that they did on you and they followed you throughout the day in training camp. I was surprised to learn that you make sure that you organize and clean out your locker every day. I mean, there are moms all over that are listening to this right now thinking, whoever taught him did it right. I was stunned
Yeah.
to see that much attention to detail.
Yeah, I mean, I'm big on the details. One, that's me when it comes to football. A lot of people don't realize that. If you ask my coaches, I hope they will say, yeah, he's big on details because that's something I'm heavy on. So when it comes to being on the field, I think what you do in life is kind of like, how you do everything in life. And that's how you do one thing is how you do everything. So I try to treat all the little things that I have going on as far as cleaning and being on that field the same. And then I would also just like to say I respect the people around me, and I mean everybody who comes in here who cleans up the who we have service in our locker rooms, our equipment people, the ladies who come and clean up. I just want to be clean. I just want to make it easier for them. Obviously, no one works for us, so I want to make it to where like I don't have to worry about somebody picking up my dirty undies or something like that, or picking up my tape wrappings. I just want to be able to have that done myself, and then it makes just they got like 100 dudes to worry about and just make it a little bit easier for them.
I reserve the right to talk to you sometime later in the season. Maybe it'll be the postseason as well, but always
Hey,
enjoy spending time with you.
thank you guys.